tilt illa correct ka iruka? Okay. Hari Om. Let's start with a prayer. Om samasta jana kalyane niratam karunamayam namami chinmayam devam sadgurum brahma vidvaram vasudeva sutam devam kamsa chanuramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravidam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva tvameva sarvam gurudeva deva. Hari Om. Yesterday we were talking about the adhyasa, that is the error in perception, and this error analysis is important in philosophical analysis or philosophical tradition. It's called Khyativadas. And what I presented is, in terms of adhyasa, there are two types of adhyasa. Adhyasa means a superimposition error of superimposition. So I am superimposing something what is not there on what is there. That's what is the error. And in that there are two types of errors that we say. One is subjective error, another is objective error. Subjective error is where I project something there because I do not see what is there clearly. I see something is there, but I do not have the complete information or attribute to knowledge of the object for me to make a decision that this is a rope or this is a snake, for example. So therefore, I have only limited attributes for me to make a judgment call of what it is. Since I'm afraid of a snake, I take that object is the rope. So in this analysis, we say there is an error involved. Error comes from the fact that I do not see the truth as a truth. So when not knowing the truth as a truth, that is called non-apprehension of the truth, I am projecting something what is not there. That's called misapprehension of the truth. So therefore, non-apprehension will lead to misapprehension. The cause for it is ajnanam, or ignorance of the fact that it is a rope. If I know it is already rope, then I don't need to project something other than the rope there. So I just go through because it's a rope. If I know a snake, then I have no problem also. And also of interest is, if it is completely dark, I don't see the object also, then I have no problem. I just walk through. Or if there is a completely light where I can see the object as it is, then there is no problem also. So the problem comes into picture when there is just enough light for me to see that there is an object. There is a vastu jnanam is there, that there is an object. It is 5 feet long, it is soft, it is lying on the way, it is lying in the alley. All that information is available because I could see something. So there is a truth involved in that, because there is in fact an object. So that is the real truth. But what exactly is the object, I have no idea. And idea comes into picture because not knowing what it is, and based on the attributes that I am seeing, I am only projecting something other than that, which has similar attributes of the object there. So this is called nirupadika adhyasa, where I have no object there. The really snake is not there. What is there is only rope. But I am projecting something other than what it is because I have no knowledge of what it is. So absence of the knowledge of what it is makes me project something what is not there where it is. That's what is called adhyasa. That means error in superimposition. In every adhyasa, there are two aspects involved. One is the truth aspect, one is the false aspect. That's called satyam and anrutam. So adhyasa is defined as satyanuta mithuni karanam adhyasam, where I am mixing something right and something wrong. And this combination is the problem in terms of projecting and in seeing something what is not there. This is the fundamental error where I am projecting, whatever I am projecting mentally becomes an error, and this is what we call nirupadika or pratibhasika, where my mental projection are subject to error. Other people may not see it, may see clearly. So when I see the rope as a rope, then comes the previous misconceptions is dropped out. I won't see anymore the snake where the rope is. So this is called a subjective error, where I am projecting through my mind what is not there. It's a mental projection of myself. Whereas there are errors which are objective errors that we discussed, and that is like similar to the mirage water or sunrise and sunset, where I can see, and not only I see and everybody else also see. So it is an objective error, and only Shastra will tell me or science will tell me that what I am seeing is not really real. What is saying is neither the sun rises nor sun sets. So this truth from the Shastram will eliminate the error or misjudgment, but at the same time this is not my creation. It's not my creation of my mind, but it's a creation of the Ishvara. Therefore this adhyasa, this error of perception will not go away even though I have the knowledge that sun neither rises nor sets. Therefore this is called sopadika adhyasa or vyavaharika adhyasa, transactional errors of perception. Similarly, when we are going in a train, we see all the trees are moving in the opposite direction. Not the trees are moving in the opposite direction. The truth is, it's the train that is moving, but this relative understanding differs because of the experience is different. But understanding from the science-wise that what is there is only it's a movement of your train or your own movement or the movement of the earth that is causing the sunrise and sunset. So knowledge will not eliminate the error of superimposition. Just as the mirage water, I know there is no water there, it's only dry sand, will not eliminate the appearance of mirage water. So in this case, with our Ishvara Srushti, even though I am perceiving the adhyasa, even though now I have a knowledge that it is adhyasa, still will error continue because it's not my creation, it's creation by the Ishvara. Whereas the one that is rope snake, it is my mental creation. So when I see the rope as a rope, this Jiva Srushti will go away. This has to be understood clearly when we talk about Vedanta. Now, how does this apply to our problem? What has that to do with the snake and rope and all that? The question is, so why am I fundamentally having a problem? Because I am a conscious entity, I am an existent entity, because I say I am conscious entity. At the same time, I am taking what I am not as I am. That means there is error involved. When I take myself, this is I am, this is an object, and I am a subject. So there is a confusion coming into picture where I am and taking myself this as I am this, starting from my own body. Krishna says, idam shariram kaunteya. Hey kaunteya, this idam shariram comes under kshetram, field, and kshetrajna, knower of the field, is different from the field. And kshetrajnam chapimam viddhi sarvakshetreshu bharata. So know me, I am the knower of all fields. That means even though I think I know this body, that consciousness that I am is the same consciousness pervading everywhere. That is what I am. Mam viddhi, know me. I am the total consciousness that is pervading in all bodies. But individually, a mind, local mind, is the one that has a confusion that I am this body, I am this mind, and I am the intellect. All these things are involved in the error. Because of not knowing the truth, I project something other than myself. So in this adhyasa, in the error analysis, we have to know there are two things getting mixed up all the time. One is the truth, another is non-truth. In the case of a rope snake, this is When we say this is part is truth, because there is an object there, and vastu jnanam is there as there is an object. This is part is true, and this is a snake part is wrong. So when I have the inquiry, because in order to know that this is an error, I need to inquire. Someone says, hey, that's not, there is only rope there. So if I rope, why do I say a snake? So inquiry will start only when I have a doubt about it. If I don't have a doubt, I will live the whole life thinking that it is only a snake. So the question does not arise unless there is a question of whether it is real or not real. Then only the inquiry will start. Whenever there is an error involved due to not knowing or non-apprehension, only way to solve the problem is inquiry, and inquiry cannot, the false cannot stand the inquiry. You may hit the snake, or you may trill the snake, or you may do meditation, nothing will happen. Only way to eliminate that whether it's not a snake and it's a rope can only be done by proper inquiry. And for proper inquiry, I need a proper tools in order to inquire. I need to shed light on it, and the light reveals the more properties or attributes of the object. Then I know it is a rope and not a snake. So previous knowledge was this is a snake. So this is part is truth, snake part is wrong. Now once I have the knowledge, this is a rope. So snake part is removed by rope part, but this is part is still same. That means this is a vastu is still there, that jnanam is there, that is the nityam that is there, which is before as a snake or before as a rope also. So that is part is, this is part is remaining the same, only the rope part or the misconception part is removed, and with the knowledge that it is a rope. In the case of pratibhasika error, that is the subjective errors, the object, there will not be any more projection of the non-apprehension or misapprehension will not be there anymore. I will not see snake anymore in that place. Whereas in the case of the sopadika adhyasa, in the case of objective errors, even though I have the knowledge that it is an error, but still I will be seeing it, but I know that's not really real. So this is important to know, that in a very misconception, whenever there is an ignorance of the truth, mind projects something other than what it is based on some sadrusyam, means similarity. I am only projecting a snake on the rope, and because there is a similarity, I am projecting water in the dry sand because the reflection is giving me indication of the water. I am projecting silver where there is a shell silver because the shell is also having a silvery shining, and that is strong attribute or a dominant attribute, and my mind immediately projects because I know that silveriness belongs to silver. Therefore I say I think it is a silver until I pick it up and then have more attributes of the object, and therefore from that I can say it is a shell and not a silver. Even though now I know it is a shell, I can still see the silveriness of the shining, but I know it belongs to the shell and not silver. So just because it is a silvery shining, it need not be silver. All that glitters is not necessarily gold. So all this is important in understanding, says applying this to philosophical truth. So how do we apply it? I have to know who am I, and I take myself, I am a conscious entity and I am existent entity, and I am aprameyam. I am not an object of knowledge because I am a subject and I cannot be objectified. At the same time, I am using an object as I am, and that is the adhyasa-error in superimposition. So I am different, he is different, she is different. All the differences that I am superimposing on the I am part and attributing that I am is only this, but I am a subject and this is an object, and therefore the error is already involved in that. And this error occurs because I do not know the truth. So what is the truth? I am is pure consciousness existence. And also we have discovered in the analysis, what I am going for is Ananda. I am looking for Ananda. So in all our pursuits, Ananda means happiness. In all my pursuits, I am longing for happiness. But in the happiness, I am assuming that happiness is here, happiness is there. So for all pravrutti and nivrutti, going after objects that I like and discarding or rejecting the objects that I don't like. All my life is like a rat race, going from one object to another object, avoiding this object or that object. And this is the whole life pattern, because what I am looking for is happiness. So in this, I am, and jivaha, I am an individual. That is the adhyasa. Because individual means I am this body, I am this mind, I am this intellect. All that is involved. But in this also is adhyasa. Adhyasa we just define, or Shankara defines as satyanuta mithuni karanam adhyasam. That means it's a mixture of truth and untruth. So in this case, what is the truth? In this case, I am, that means I standing for, I am a conscious entity, am stand for existent entity. So I am Sat and Chit. And what I am looking for is not Sat and Chit, I am looking for Ananda. Therefore, I am is aham jivasmi. I am only a limited individual. That is my understanding, because I do not know complete truth about myself. Therefore, this adhyasa is coming as we define Satyanuta Mithuni Karam. Satya, Anruta, Mithuni. Satya means truth, Anruta means false, and Mithuni is mixing up together, is what is called adhyasa. So in every adhyasa, there has to be truth also, which I don't see properly, or which is not completely known, and on top of it I am projecting. So in this case of myself, I know I am existent, and I know I am conscious entity. I am not looking for existence, I am not looking for consciousness. What I am looking for is only happiness. All other factors come into picture only because I think they bring happiness, including Ishvara also. Why do I need Ishvara? So that he can give me happiness. So therefore, what I am looking for is happiness. That's what Upanishad, in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yajnavalkya teaches his wife Maitreyi. Oh Maitreyi, says Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. I like everything only because of my sake, because I want that brings me happiness. That is my understanding. So therefore, the fundamental problem is I am longing for happiness, anandam. So what is anandam? So whenever mind is satisfied and contented, I am happiness, or I am happy. So my nature is happiness, because happiness is not coming from outside. This we analyze in the beginning itself to know that I am not only Sat, and I am not only Chit, but I am also Ananda. But not knowing that I am Ananda, I am going after everything. And I am going after everything thinking that I am this body, this mind, and this intellect. The body, mind, intellect are limited. And what is limited is existence was unlimited. That's what we started when we analyzed the creation. In the Chandogya Upanishad, it says existence alone was there before creation. Sadeva Saumya Idamagramasid. A Saumya, a darling child, that is a father is teaching his son Swetaketu, says, my dear child, Sat Eva, existence alone was there. Sat Eva Idam Agra Asid. It was before creation, what was there is Sat. So before creation means, is there a beginning for a creation? It is only for teaching to know that the fundamental cause is the existence. Material cause itself is the existence, and that is Brahman, and that is infinite. So in existence itself is infinite. That means it is limitless. And when I say I am existence or I am existent, I had to be infinite. I am consciousness. Consciousness is infinite. And existent and consciousness are not too different. And that's also established in the Chandogya Upanishad that we quoted yesterday, where that existence alone was there and it saw. Sa means tadaikshata. So Aichada means it has the capacity to see. What is there to see? It got nothing else is other than itself. That means it is able to see itself. That means it's self-conscious entity. And that self-conscious entity says, I am complete, infinite, without any divisions in that. Therefore, it wants to become many. So infinite becoming many, infinite as though transform into many. And that is the essence of that statement. And scripture is telling everything is nothing but pure existence. When I say I am existent, I am that existent and I am conscious entity. And also scripture also says prajnanam brahma. Consciousness is Brahman, and that means infinite. So I am infinite both as a Sat, as a Chit also. And therefore, Anantam eva Anandam. Whatever is infinite is limitless. And scripture says it's only Sat, Chit, Ananda is same as Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Anantam eva Anandam. Infinite or limitless alone is happiness, because any limitation causes unhappiness. When I say I am limited, I don't like it, and I am going to acquire this and that. So even I have millions of dollars, I go after some more money. Why? I want to be infinite by adding finite things which cannot be done. Any finite plus finite is only finite. It can never become infinite by any process, unless I have to discover that I am already infinite by myself. That means I need a knowledge that I am complete and full. I am Satchidananda, or I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam. I am Brahman. So Aham Jivasmi. That Jivasmi is the wrong notion, is an adhyasa, a superimposition, because I am taking subject and object as subject is equal to object. That adhyasa is because I do not know my true nature. I know enough of it. There is a satyam is involved, this anutam is involved. That's why it's called adhyasa. Satyanuta mithuneekaranam. I am existent, I am consciousness. That is true. What is that not true is I am a limited entity, jivatma. And the knowledge will reveal. In order to know this, I need a knowledge, and the knowledge is required, inquiry is required, and that's what is Vedanta Shastra is. Vedanta Shastra provides a means of inquiring who am I and what's my nature and what is this world, because world is Brahman and I am Sat, existent conscious entity. And this equation, Aham Brahmasmi, from Aham Jivasmi has to change into Aham Brahmasmi through an inquiry process. That means Jnanam is required in order to know my true nature. Not by any means, other means I can gain, because any finite will add only finite to finite and remains a finite. So therefore, the adhyasa becomes a fundamental problem, where in every error there is an adhishthanam, supporting truth is there, and I have to discover the truth through inquiry process. And what is involved, we'll go into more details in the next lecture. So we stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Tapacha.